It's been a Eurovision week like no other. As you say, incredibly tense build-up. Just on the security side, this was perhaps in the top three, if not the #1 police operation there's ever been in Sweden. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of officers reinforced by their colleagues from both Norway and Denmark, special units, riot units as well, helicopters overhead all weekend from Thursday to Saturday, drones in the air spotting where people were moving around. Now there were thousands of people who demonstrated through Malmo both on Thursday and yesterday, Saturday. Everything was generally peaceful. The only time there was really anything that could be called trouble was outside the arena itself. Now, Sweden has very strong freedom of expression laws, but you tend to need to have permission to have a demonstration. Well, outside the arena, not long before Eden Golan was going to take to the stage, people had gone there in secret and suddenly sort of blossomed up into a demonstration right outside the gates. Now the police tried to contain that. They kind of formed a wall. Some of the protesters tried to rush the entrance of the arena where the Eurovision was taking place. But on the whole, despite that, it wasn't a violent event. I think the instance of pepper spray was maybe one officer using pepper spray on one person. I was kind of caught up in the crush, but again, crush is a bit strong for it. People were removed fairly peacefully and taken away to demonstrate in another area. Now those demonstrations carried on throughout the night until about 2 a.m. People were happy to see that Israel hadn't won, but still there's a lot of anger among the very large Muslim and Middle Eastern diaspora community in Malmo. Many other people who came here to demonstrate from across Sweden and elsewhere in Europe as well, that Israel had been allowed to compete during their war in Gaza, comparing that with the situation, as your reporter mentioned, of Russia not being allowed to compete in the Eurovision Song Contest.